Some big changes are coming to downtown Fort Worth. Old office buildings are getting a second life now as new apartments. This is all part of a push to try to get more people and energy back into the heart of the city once again. Seth Bodine from the Dallas Business Journal here now to tell us what's behind the big boom. Seth, thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
So much has been changing in Cowtown, and this is just sort of the latest part of that. So we've got two developers who are trying to transform two of these older buildings in downtown Fort Worth and, create some residents there in downtown.
Yeah, that's right. It's two buildings in the southeast portion. Think by the convention center where the new Texas A&M campus will be. There's big cranes over there. These buildings are pretty old. One is built in the 1950s, one a little bit after 1910. So they used to be a old storage facility, the Binion O'Keefe building, and then the home to Encore and a historic Fort Worth bank. So their plans are to convert these old buildings that have been kind of just sitting there into new apartments, hundreds of them.
It's so interesting when they do these things too, because these old buildings, a lot of them have such great bones and they've got these great stories. I mean, just you kind of ticking off a little bit of their history there, and then you go inside and you redo them and bring them, up to modern day standards on the inside. It can really add a lot to the neighborhood. And as you said, the Texas A&M campus there, as well as the convention center expansion, there's a lot going on in that corner of downtown.
There's a lot going on. I would say it's probably the most activity, I would say development-wise, downtown is happening in that little quadrant of southeast. I mean, even the older building, it was Le Meridien Hotel, sat vacant for more than a decade until it was converted into a luxury hotel that opened last year. So this is all part of the evolution of some of these older buildings downtown that have just sat vacant because office users, people who are working in offices, they want to go to the nicer offices. So naturally over time, these buildings just end up kind of like zombies, just sitting vacant.
And it makes a lot of sense too, doesn't it? When we start thinking about, some squishy, office space market right now. And you also see such a need for homes and for apartments, for dwellings, for people. It sort of fills two roles there. It's taking care of a building that's otherwise vacant, and it's bringing people back into downtown. And have you already started seeing more of that activity in downtown? I know you're there.
There's definitely, the convention center, you see people going to convention centers mainly on, a weekly basis. I mean, you can see the actual development activity happening, with the crane, with the giant Texas A&M flag. And more developers have been attracted to these historic buildings as a place to live, as more companies have left, outside the sort of city core. So they're trying to figure out, how can we bring people back? What might be a worthy investment? Sometimes it's expensive to revitalize some of these buildings, but their sort of theory is that it will bring people back because they want to live in a unique house, and there's a need. I mean, there's a housing shortage across Dallas, Fort Worth for affordable rents, and some of these developers are saying, hey, we'll develop this and have 20% of it as below market rent for some of these people. So a little bit of a relief there as well. But how cool, to be able to live right there in downtown Fort Worth, and as Stacia was just mentioning, be able to just walk over and see where they're shooting Landman out there. Just a lot going on there in downtown Fort Worth. Seth Bodine, Dallas Business Journal. If you'd like to read more about this, check him out online. He has a brand new story there about what's happening there in downtown Fort Worth. Thanks so much for being with us, Seth. We really appreciate it. Thank you.